Hello guys and welcome to another video. Another new wheel and another 16-inch tire EUC. This is the Extreme, Begode's newest electric unicycle. This wheel has been supposedly designed for trail riding. It comes after the Leopard King Pattern and the Commander Mini. So what is Begode offering with the Extreme and is it worth it? In this video, I'm gonna check the specs of the wheel, and then I'll tell you what I like and don't like about this EUC. And finally, I'll give you my conclusions about the Begode Extreme. But first, gentle reminder to like and subscribe so that you are sure to not miss any new review. So what are the specs of the wheel? The Begode Extreme is a 134-volt wheel. It has a 16-inch/18-inch off-road tire. The wheel is equipped with a C40 motor, which is the same one as on the EX30. This unit is equipped with Samsung 50E batteries with a capacity of 2400 watt-hour. The weight of this electric unicycle is 86 pounds 39 kilos. The Begode Extreme is of course a suspension wheel with a suspension travel of 130 mm. The wheel is available with two types of shock suspension. You can get it either with an air shock or a cold spring shock. If you decide to get the cold spring version, you're gonna get a 750 pounds and a 900 pounds cold spring. I understand that this is gonna change, but more on this later. At the front of the wheel you can find a headlight that is quite powerful. At the top you can find a display and also a front handle. At the back of the wheel you can find a headlight that serves also as a speaker. The shock and linkage of the wheel are also quite visible. The Extreme is equipped with the new version of the Begode spiked pedals. These are lighter and thinner but quite larger. The Begode Extreme is also advertised as being water resistant. However, I invite you to take this with a grain of salt. Finally, the wheel is equipped with stock pads. These pads complete the design of the Begode Extreme and they are adjustable. Alright, let's go now with the things I like about the Begode Extreme. I like the design of the Begode Extreme. When they first announced the wheel, I was not a big fan of the orange color. I feel like this color makes the wheel look like a toy and it's not really low profile. However, when you go beyond the pictures and have the wheel right in front of you, it's way different. The orange of the wheel is more metallic and it gives it a particular feel. This electric unicycle is quite compact as well. It's small but looks solid. I like the build quality of the Begode Extreme. I feel like Begode has made a lot of progress in the past year with their electric unicycles. It's again a wheel based on the master design, but this time it feels finished. The battery cases are in metal, the top foam feels solid, the trolley handle is also in metal and quite sturdy. No, really, this wheel feels good, honestly. The Extreme is equipped with the new version of the Begode pedals. I think these pedals were available first with the EX30. I really like these pedals. They feel wider and I don't feel the need to replace them with something else. I have seen online that these pedals tend to bend very easily in case of crash, so this is to be known. But in my opinion, they do the job. I don't need to replace them with something else. I like the power and the speed of the Begode Extreme. This 16-inch tire wheel is equipped with the same motor as the one on the EX30. So what does it mean? It means that this tiny wheel can reach speeds on par with the Commander Pro or the Master. If you take time to think about it, you realize that it's kind of insane.
Problems in the paper, do my problems paper, the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper, do my problems paper, dial up the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper, do my problems paper, dial up the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper, do my problems paper, dial up the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper, do my problems paper, dial up the deputy mad at my brown problems in the paper, do my problems paper, dial up.
So you just saw a sum up of some high-speed runs I did on the Begode Extreme. I'm not gonna lie, when I tried these high-speed runs, I was kind of worried. At that time, a few riders were posting cutouts on that wheel and the community was assuming that the Begode Extreme was a cutout wheel. When a new wheel is released, This pattern happens quite regularly. Someone with an early access to the wheel will find a problem, this problem being in reality often related to user error, and then it's gonna be posted online as absolute truth and the community will deem the wheel as a bad product. I think that it's really important to remove ourselves from the negative hype and look at problems with the data. No data was provided with this cutout, so for me, it was a sign of user error. On top of it, during that negative online hype, when I was first testing the wheel, I didn't notice any sign of weakness during my rides, so I've decided to do my own speedruns, and I was not disappointed by the result. On the Begode Extreme, I could hit a top speed of 52.6 miles per hour with a PWM of 84%. This is the type of performance you can find on the Commander Pro. I must say that from 51 miles per hour, the wheel started to vibrate quite strongly. I think I could have pushed more if it wasn't for that. Overall, this data show us that the speed performance on the Begode Extreme is quite fantastic. Finally, what I like the most about the Begode Extreme is how it rides. The wheel has a wider tire, so for stability and speed, it's really nice. It felt more stable to hit high speeds on the Extreme versus the Commander Mini. The wheel is really nimble with a lot of torque, especially from 10 miles per hour. It accelerates fast and you can reach 40 miles per hour very quickly. For me, as of now, it's one of the best ride feel I've ever had on any EUC. Alright, let's go now with the things I don't like about this wheel. I don't like the front handle of the Begode Extreme. It is not well designed at all. Let me explain you why. Basically, because this handle has been designed sitting too much in the back, when you're riding and you want to check the speed on the display of the wheel, you won't be able to do so clearly because half of the display will be covered by the handle. This design fault is visible and I'm quite speechless when I see that such a design oversight still went into production. I also don't like the kickstand of the wheel. I'm not sure why they didn't keep the same system as the Begode Master or EX30. This one makes the wheel and especially the taillight too close to the ground. Talking about the taillight, I also don't like it because honestly, this is the first thing that is gonna crack if you crash the wheel. It's really exposed and there's no way it's not gonna break at some point. The stock pads of the wheel complete the design of the Begode Extreme. Unfortunately, they are not very practical. You can adjust them on the wheel, but I still didn't like them. I ended up removing them and designing my own fairings and bumpers for this wheel. I think that EUC makers should stop designing stock pads and completely remove them from the wheel. These pads are a cost, make the wheel more expensive and end up being removed. I didn't like the coil spring suspension of the Begode Extreme. The wheel was supposed to be delivered with two springs, one of 750 pounds and one of 900 pounds. I received the wheel with two springs of 750 pounds. This was obviously too soft for me, so I had to buy other springs. I ended up testing springs from 850 pounds up to 1,850 pounds. I settled with an 850 pound spring. This gave me a very soft ride, almost on par with what we get on the Sherman S. As long as I don't jump, it will be fine. For street riding, it's good enough. Begode is working on new shocks and will deliver them with their new batches. However, I don't recommend you to get the Extreme with a coil spring suspension. I'd rather recommend you to get the air version. It doesn't look like Begode knows what they're doing when it comes to coil spring suspension. The air suspension is less troublesome.
Top down on a sunny day, gas pedal is a go 미친 집주행 더 이상 뭐가 필요해 우리 둘만 뜻통하면 돼 Yeah, said it, I said it 두 번 말해 Got you for life, said what I say 절대 놓치지 않을게 영원히 변하지 않을래 느끼고 있을게 지금
Alright, I told you what I like and don't like about the Begode Extreme. In conclusion, who is this wheel for and what do I think about it? When you look at the communication on the Begode Extreme, it seems like this wheel has been done for trail riding. In my opinion, this is pure marketing. A wheel is a wheel. The Begode Extreme with such specs should be usable in any condition. It is very powerful, nimble, and the acceleration is crazy. The suspension, when set correctly, delivers quite well, but remains inferior to hydraulic suspension. The ride feel of this wheel is great, one of the best I've experienced this year. The wheel is beautiful, low profile, but at the same time quite original. Since last year, Begode has been fine-tuning their recipe of master-like electric unicycles, and I can safely say that this wheel is one of the best ones you can get for street riding.
When you step on it.
Yeah. Is it too hot to swap the coil?
Kept the faith, keeping the faith, I know you got it. Yeah, out of my way, give me some space, just family around me. Yeah, putting in work, won't say a word till they announce it. Hey, determined to get it, I'm focused and driven. What you know about it? Thanks to the sun. Hey, you see the melanin? Yeah, we just begun. Yeah, in my element, came through clean looking like a president. Martinelli porn, we celebrating with elegance. Yeah.